Delta beyond oil is to provide employment for our teeming population. The greatest challenge any leader has worldwide today is that of unemployment. Every country has a challenge of unemployment. Even the federal government has a challenge of unemployment. There are many countries in Europe today that the leaders are losing election because of the problem of unemployment as a result of the downtrend in their economies. So it's a big challenge. It's a worldwide challenge, and it's also our challenge as a state. The government alone cannot employ everybody. The industries available today alone cannot employ everybody. So we need to create jobs. And one way of creating the jobs is to encourage industries to come in and employ. It's to also try and revive a lot of our industries that are today dead. So we have two strategies of trying to bring in new industries and trying to revive dead industries. As for the dead industries, we can safely say some of them in the next few years will be revived. A company like Olori Brewery, for instance, inquiries are already being made to revive a company like that. We have so many companies, rubber factories, that will be revived very soon. As for new industries, and even the old one, you require adequate infrastructure. And what I mean by that is areas of power, good roads, especially big roads or the major highways. We require airports, we require seaports, of course, railways. And strategically, we are doing something in these areas. Some in conjunction with the federal government, especially in the areas of power. We have an independent power plant that's under construction. There are power plants that the federal government has sold. The Uduaghan power plant is being sold to private investors. As a state government, we invested in it. So we are part owners of the Uduaghan power plant. We also invested in the Sapele power plant, the one that has been sold. So we are also part owners of that power plant. In the area of distribution, the Benin Disco, that is the Benin distribution, which covers Delta, we also invested in it. So we are also part owners of this Benin Disco. Now, why we invest in these power facilities is to ensure that first, we know what is happening. Then secondly, when the prices of power begins to go up, when the tariffs go up, we will have enough, at least from our investment, we can get some money to subsidize power for our rural communities. We know that tariffs will go up, there's no doubt about that. Can our rural communities pay those tariffs? It might be difficult for them to pay. But the state can subsidize the payment of tariff for rural communities. That's one of the major reasons why we are investing in power. So we are investing in power very heavily in the areas of generation and the areas of distribution. Of course, for the transmission, that was purely the federal government's asset. They refused to give anything out. But also for distribution, we are also getting a lot of transformers that we are trying to change and other power infrastructure. For our roads, we have our major highways, the Benin dualization that is on. We had challenges with contractors, especially one, so we have to terminate it and re-award it. The other parts that we have challenged, we have given the contractor ultimatum. If we don't notice any improvement, we also terminate it and re-award it to a more competent contractor. The other major highways, the PTI, ECO, the three contractors are working. The Cocoa Bueno, the contractors are also working. Of course, our rural bridges and roads, they are on. Now, we're also investing in roads in the urban areas to see how much we can do. And in Asaba, Efrunwari, we have also started some flyovers. At the Summit Junction here, you will notice that work is already going for a flyover. At the Efru roundabout, we also notice that work is already ongoing for a flyover at the Efru roundabout. There's a lot of road improvement, junction improvement works that we will do in both towns. When I mean junction improvement, the way we did Enere Junction, that is the way we want to do a lot of our junctions. So in Warri, for instance, the Airport Junction, Japa Junction, Cemetery Junction, the Hausa Quarters, and of course, some other junctions we'll deal with. I give you that assurance that in the next 6 months, those places would have changed. And of course, in Asaba here too, the major junctions, the Guzo Junction and all that, we are still going to work on them. So we believe that in another 6 months, our major cities would have changed. So that is for transport infrastructure. The other infrastructure we are still dealing with, the ICT area, our industrial clusters and all that. To encourage investors to come in, industrialize and employ our people. Now, these are long-term investments. On the quick ones, the low-hanging fruits, is to ensure that through our microcredit schemes and other programs, we quickly empower people. But having said that, we're also doing some supportive social infrastructure in the area of education, in the area of water supply, in the area of transportation, our buses, our boats, those ones are all as social infrastructure.